Hello everyone, welcome back. We have discussed the five carried interest models so far, and now we're going to shake things up a little bit. We're getting rid of our catch up, and instead of favoring the GP, we are shifting focus to a more LP favorable model. As you know, the catch up allows the GP additional return. For example, in a 20% catch up followed by a 80-20 split on return of capital and preferred return, the GP can get 20% of the entire proceeds without investing a penny. Now we're going to introduce our new model, the high watermark model. There are two key concepts in a high watermark model, the hurdle rate and the high watermark. We will start from the basic model without a high watermark. So we will study the hurdle rate first. So the hurdle rate is a minimum level of return that must be achieved before performance fee can be charged. It's the same thing as our preferred return in our carried interest model. It's just named differently. So we will walk through an Excel table to illustrate our model component. Then we will walk through our blocks to have a better idea about how these fees component in this big picture. So the assumptions are very similar in this session. We will have 2% of a management fee based on prior NAV, and we have 20% performance fee and 8% hurdle rate. So in this table, instead of list the cash flows or the proceeds from the realization of certain deals, we are going to use profit. And if it's negative, it just means loss. So I put the first year into two rows to just break down the contribution and the profit, and you can definitely put it in one row. So here we have our contribution as the first cash flow here, and then we will list our profit of each year. And we will have our AUM, asset under management, and we will have our management fee based on this 2% of NAV. After the management fee, we will have our gap here, and then we will have our hurdle. So our hurdle will be prior NAV times 8%. And then now we're going to calculate our performance fee base. So the performance fee base in this situation is we need to make sure the profit is larger enough to cover the management fee and the hurdle. So if this number is positive, in this situation here, we're going to calculate the performance fee based on the 20% of the base. And then if this is a negative number, we're going to make it 0. So in a lot of cases, we would just see 0 here as a base. However, in this table here, we show the negative number here. Just let you have an idea about how far away our profit to be able to achieve the performance fee base. So anyway, by the end, we will get our NAV is the gap minus this performance fee here. I hope this is very clear and easy to understand the structure. So this is the simplest base model here because we have not even added our watermark. But if it is still not very clear, let's go through our block here. So in these three rows here, I have listed the AUM here and the management fee and the hurdle here. So in the first year, we have $150,000 profit on top of the contribution. So this is the AUM. And we will charge 2% of management fee based on the prior NAV. And after the management fee, you are going to charge performance fee. So we will first need to make sure there's enough profit to cover the management fee and the hurdle. So in this situation, $150,000 is larger than $20,000 plus $80,000. So we will have positive $50,000, and we're going to use this 20% based on $50,000, and we will get a $10,000 performance fee. And after that, we have $120,000 left over that it will be part of the NAV and roll to next year. So in the second year, we're going to make the situation a little bit different. And we set the profits as $60,000. So this $60,000 will be enough to pay 2% of the management fee. However, this $60,000 will not be large enough to cover both management fee and the hurdle. In this situation, we have the formula set here. If this profit minus management fee and hurdle is larger than zero, we will do the math here and the time 20%. However, if not, we will make it a zero. So here we're going to make a zero performance fee for the second year. Despite we have a zero performance fee, we will still have a little bit left over from the profit, and which is going to be accumulated in part of the NAV and the road to the next year. So in the third year, we'll have a larger profit now, and we're going to have enough money to cover the management fee, and we're going to have enough money to cover the performance fee. So in this situation, the leftover again will roll to NAV and accumulate to the next year. And at this point, you can tell for the NAV 1.293600, and we have this original contribution, and we have the NAV rolled from prior years after the performance fee or no performance fee. So year 4 and year 5 become very straightforward. On top of this contribution and the profit from prior years, we have a new profit. And based on the new profit, we are going to charge a management fee. So in this year, we don't have enough performance fee. And this year, the performance fee is generated based on the leftover after the management fee. So now we have $160,000 left from this $200,000 profit. And then this is a breakout of the rest of the NAV. And I did not walk through more details in the last 2 years because I think it's very straightforward. The good thing of these blocks is to show you what exactly the performance fees are each year and the management fees, and also show you the change of the NAV every single year. And by the end, you know exactly what your NAV breakout would be.